about infectious diseases, but not anymore. I just don't care about catching something. I'm mostly afraid of getting something chronical that is impossible to get rid of and is definitely taking its turn for the worse. So my big thing as a hypohondriac is organ failure. Unlike many hypohondriacs who go to the doctor way too often, demanding for various tests. There are others, like me, who avoid any kind of medical attention if possible. Every time I have to go to the doctor, and I try to avoid it as much as possible, I'm afraid they are going to tell me I'm going to die. I am eventually going to die like every human being. But unlike many hypohondriacs, I have never been thinking about the state of my brain. Never give brain tumors any thought. Also, I don't care about the state of my heart. Strange, isn't it? Next organ, lungs. I think I've had a severe case of bronchitis twice during the last 5 years. But I was too afraid to go to the doctor. I had to wait and wait until it got better on its own. I was afraid they would tell me I had tuberculosis, which is not such an absurd fear for somebody living in Estonia, since we have a really high number of cases of TB there. According to some statistics, it's even higher than in India, and it's definitely the highest number in Europe. That's something educational for you. Liver. There's liver. Last time I had my blood work done, I actually exaggerated the number of alcoholic drinks I had the day before to the doctor. It's 9 standardized alcoholic drinks. That's actually quite a lot. And the doctor said that it doesn't necessarily influence anything. And my liver was fine according to the test. But still I was not able to sleep 2 whole nights before getting the results. And during this doctor's visit, which was actually the first after 8 years of self-diagnostics mostly, I was quite prepared for the bad news, because first thing they did, while I was going to the medical nurse's office, they took a drop of the blood from the tip of my finger to check my blood sugar. And they said me I had diabetes. And they gave me medical counseling, the blood sugar monitor, and the drugs I was supposed to be on since that moment I was told I was diabetic. And after 1 hour, they found out the machine was defective and they had to take it all back. They left me the blood sugar monitor go. And since that, I really rarely ever visit my parents, since my mother has diabetes and she has the blood sugar monitor of her own. And I'm just kind of scared to go there. The machine gives me the creeps. So I sometimes even have to skip some family events like my parents' wedding anniversary. I tried the machine once since the medical drama with diabetes, and the blood sugar level was absolutely perfect. But I still had this nagging doubt that maybe this machine is broken also, and actually I'm not okay. So, what's next? Okay, heart, lungs. This I will into a bit later. This thyroid. Kidneys. I was traveling in Australia and I got a bladder infection. And I was so afraid it would develop into kidney infection and then into organ failure. And I was especially worried that my health insurance is running out by the time I need a kidney transplant. But I had my stash of antibiotics with me and I was able to treat myself from the kidney failure, organ transplant, being on immunosuppressants for the rest of my life, and all those terrible things, because I collect drugs, especially antibiotics. And this is another matter now. I think it's familiar for many hypohondriacs. This is a subject of self-diagnostics and self-medicating. From traveling around the world, I know the loopholes in medical system in different countries. Like in Australia, they sell urinary tract antibacterial drugs over the counter. In America, you can get hydrocortisone ointment over the counter from supermarkets for really cheap, and also you can get this oral solution that acts as local anesthetics if you have an aching tooth. And in Russia, you can get pretty much everything from the drugstore, like antibiotics, for example, or tranquilizers. And they used to sell those things in the Estonian market as well. You would buy something from the kiosk and the Russian lady would ask you, do you want something else as well? I have this fine Russian aspirin, which didn't work, by the way. Or was it ibuprofen that was completely not working for headaches? It was made in Russia, factory made. What else about hypochondria? I think I've covered the major organs, but there is also thyroid. This is one problem that is not imaginary, it is actually real. I was diagnosed with a slight underfunction of thyroid, and they prescribed me thyroid hormone that I have to take to replace the amount my body is not able to produce. So I have to take this pill every morning. The problem is they prescribed me 3 months worth, and then I had to go back to get another blood work done. But since all those phobias I have related to the doctor, I never went back. And since my mother has the same condition, she had some leftover thyroid hormone, and I have been taking it for over a year now. And when I run out of this, I have to go back to the doctor and explain it all, and this really gives me the creeps. And I have been even thinking of prescribing this, not prescribing, ordering this online. So basically can order everything via internet, things like Viagra and whatever. So I think I've covered the topic of hypochondria for tonight. I want to leave you with something positive. There are certain advantages in being a hypochondriac. There are moments you feel incredibly lucky. Those are the moments you're told that you're actually fine. Your blood work is fine. You don't have any symptoms or any major disease. Those short moments that you feel fine before you have to start all over again, before you start to suspect something else you might have. But there are certain short cathartic moments in the life of hypochondriac. Okay, thank you. That is so much of this subject today.